Hello chaps, John Robson here again from John Robson Guitar Tuition. Now then, if you saw my last video, you'll remember that it was about this very guitar here, the Harley Benton TE40 TBK Deluxe series, which as you can see is basically a twin humbucker Telecaster type guitar. Now, in that video I sang this guitar's praises quite loudly, and I stand by that. It's a beautifully made guitar. Little telltale things that I meant to mention in the last video but I forgot, like the neck pocket here. You couldn't even get a Rizzler paper in there. You know, it's just really precision engineered, if you like, and that is reflected across the whole of the guitar. It's just a well put together instrument. In case you didn't see the last video, basswood body with a carved ash top, 22 fret maple neck, rosewood fretboard, 25.5-inch scale length. All the hardware is Wilkinson, and it cost, I think, £110 delivered to my door. So that's, you know, got to be a bargain, hasn't it? And when I did the demo of this guitar in the last video, the sound was okay, but it was one of those things, you know, when you get a new guitar, it always takes you a little while to kind of get it dialed in and find that sweet spot where the bass, middle and treble need to be, and where the gain needs to be balanced against the volume control and all that sort of stuff before you've got the setting for that particular guitar. I have two other guitars hanging on the wall here, a Les Paul and a Telecaster, and both of those I have different settings for, and it took me a little while to get them dialed in. But this one, I don't know. I just can't seem to get rid of. There's like a brittle roughness that's on the treble, really, especially on the B and high E strings, and I just can't seem to lose that no matter what I plug it into and what settings I use. I'll be honest, if I hadn't read on the Thomann website, which is where this guitar came from, if I hadn't read on there that these were Wilkinson Alnico humbuckers, I would have sworn blind that they were ceramic pickups, because it's that characteristic brittleness that you often get with ceramic pickups. Now, what I could do is I could take the pickups out, dismantle them, have a look and see if they have got ceramic magnets in them, as I suspect, and then kick up a stink and demand some kind of refund from Thomann. But you know what, if you kind of look at this guitar and you think, well, how much would it cost me to buy this body, this neck, this set of tuners, this bridge, these pots and this switch and this jack socket and all of the wiring that goes on inside, then bolt it all together, take it to a guitar technician and get them to do as good a fret job as has been done on this and get it set up properly. It would come in, I suspect, at a lot more than £110. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the pickups, it has to be said, but you know, the guitar is still a bargain. So it needs new pickups. What we're going to do about that then? Well, what I often do when I'm shopping for new pickups is I will have a benchmark sound in mind, and one humbucking pickup that I've used in a couple of different guitars in the past is the Seymour Duncan 59 model. It's a really sweet sounding old school Gibson, late 50s, 1959, hence the 59 model. It's really got that old school kind of Les Paul clarity to it, but still got a lot of warmth and balls to it. The only problem with Seymour Duncan 59s is that I've just priced the set up, and a set of two Seymour Duncan 59s comes in at about £136, and I ain't spending £136 on a guitar that only cost me £110. It's just not going to happen. But what you can do, and what I always do, is all of the specifications for whatever pickup you want, they're all kind of out there online. So I looked up the specs for Seymour Duncan 59. I've got them here. First of all, a Seymour Duncan 59 is based around an Alnico V magnet. The neck pickup has a DC resistance of 7.43 K, and the bridge pickup has a DC resistance of 8.13 K, and basically that just refers to how much actual copper wire is on the bobbin. The higher the number, the more wire there is, and therefore the higher the resistance. You get some of these metal orientated humbuckers that are kind of over 10k resistance, but you know, these the 59 pickups are kind of more sweet sounding and slightly less high power than that, which is kind of what I'm wanting. So once you have those figures, once you have those specs, what you do is you go shopping for some pickups that have as near as damn it the same specs, but for a lot less. And I found these. These I found on eBay. They're made by a company called Vanson guitars, and these too are based around an Alnico V magnet, and the neck pickup has a DC resistance of 7.3k as opposed to the 7.4 on the Seymour Duncan, and the bridge pickup is 8.3k as opposed to the 8.1k on the Seymour Duncan, so they are that close. Now then, comes to the price. What we have here is essentially a set of pickups with the same kind of spec as a £136 set of Seymour Duncans. I paid £31.90 for them, and by the magic of video editing, the next time you're going to see me is after I've had the soldering iron out and drop them into the new guitar. Then what we're going to do is we're going to listen to them side by side, comparing them with the Wilkinson, in inverted commas, Alnico, which are probably ceramic pickups that are in the guitar already. So I'm going to get some soldering done. See you in a minute. And we're back in the room. Yes, been but a blink of an eye for you guys, but it's been a few hours for me because I've not only put the pickups in the guitar, there they are, but I've also had something to eat and done a couple of guitar lessons and just generally got on with life, really. Okay, yeah, what we're going to do now is listen to some comparison clips between the two different sets of pickups, the Wilkinson pickups that were originally in the guitar and these new Vanson Alnico 59, Alnico V 59 or something like that they're called. Basically it's the Vanson equivalent of a Seymour Duncan 59 model. One thing I should mention about these pickups actually before we listen to them, I haven't done this on the guitar, but you are able to coil tap these, unlike the Seymour Duncan 59s, which are just a 2-conductor pickup. These are a 4-wire pickup. Anyway, let's kick things off with some sound comparisons. You're going to hear the both bridge pickups first, the Wilkinson bridge pickup, then the Vanson bridge pickup, and that's on a clean sound. Then the next one is you're going to hear both Wilkinson pickups on a clean sound, then both Vanson pickups on a clean sound, so the middle setting on the selector switch basically. Then we go to the neck pickup, and first of all, as you guessed, you're going to hear the Wilkinson pickup followed by the Vanson pickup, so you'll hear all three pickup combinations for both sets of pickups on a clean sound. Then you'll hear all three pickup combinations for both sets of pickups on a crunch sound. Then finally you'll hear all three pickup combinations for both sets of pickups on a kind of high gain lead sound. So let's get listening. Right, so there you have it. That is the comparison between the Wilkinson pickups that came as standard in this guitar and these new Vanson Alnico 59 humbuckers. Yeah, there is a difference in the sound, isn't there? Some people may prefer the Wilkinson ones. I'm not saying they're a bad set of pickups, I'm just saying they weren't to my taste. If I could sum up the difference to my ears between the sound of the two sets of pickups, I would say that the Wilkinsons have a hotter, more trebly output, and the Vansons have something of a warmer, more vintage PAF style sound, which is precisely what I was looking for. Basically, when I bought this guitar, what I was after was something that was kind of halfway between a Les Paul and a Telecaster, more kind of Fender type instrument, excuse me. And I think, to be honest with you, that's what I now have. Very pleased with the way it's turned out, and yeah, Vanson pickups, I'm a fan. I shall certainly be making those my first port of call for any replacement pickup jobs that I have to do in future, because as I quoted at the beginning of this video, they are pretty much the same spec as a set of Seymour Duncan 59s, with the added advantage that, I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but these pickups, these Vansons, come with a 4-conductor cable, which means that you can do coil taps and stuff, where the Seymour Duncan 59s only have the 2-wire conductor, the 2-conductor wire coming out of them, which means that you can't coil tap them. And the Vansons cost about £100 less than the Seymour Duncans. They've got the same, roughly the same DC resistance and the same type of magnet. It just kind of makes me wonder why anyone would buy the Seymour Duncans. You know, perhaps because it's a trusted brand and it's the brand you know. But you know, hopefully now you've heard these Vansons, you will maybe consider those instead. What's that big bulge in my pocket? Oh, it's the £100 I've saved by buying a set of Vanson pickups rather than a set of Seymour Duncans. And with that, I shall sign off for now, and wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, if you are on Teesside and you are wanting any kind of guitar tuition from beginner to advanced level, then give me a call or email me through the website, the address of which is coming up at the end of this video. I'll see you all later, and bye bye for now.